Now, what you're looking at right here is the palette of Narmer. Okay, this is the palette of Narmer. Narmer is the first king, or one of the earliest kings of ancient Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is documented to be around 3100, 3200 BC. And so what do we talk about when we talk about masonry? We talking about building in stone. You see what I'm saying? We're not talking about laying no bricks, no mud bricks. We're talking about stone. And so, when prior, to that, you didn't have masonry. You don't need no goddamn chisels and no mallets and, no squares and all of that for no goddamn mud. You can get you a goddamn shoebox, put that shit in there, and when it dry, you just let it fall out and you got you a brick, a mud brick. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, you can go out in West Africa and they got very skillful with that, but that's not considered to be masonry. When you're talking about masonry, you're talking about building in stone. And the earliest stone structure, what we say is the pyramid of Saqqara with Imhotep, which is around 2700 BC, which is not, about 400-500 years after Narmer. You understand what I'm saying? And so, Imhotep is considered to be the father of masonry. But then you have what they call operative masonry, and you have what they call speculative masonry. Okay? Now, speculative masonry is where they use terms of masonry in a allegorical way. You feel what I'm saying? To square oneself, meaning, to be right in morality. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what they talk about, to be on the square. Well, a mason, he uses the square to square the stone, to make everything in alignment. You see what I'm saying? So again, operative masons are ones that actually deal with masonry, okay, stone. And then you got the speculative mason, just like the ones today. All they do is mouth the term, using certain elements of operative masonry in a speculative way. You understand what I'm saying? We know, and when you look in there, they say operative and speculative masonry. Now, when we look up, speculative, that means to speculate. And what does that mean? That means to guess. You speculate. You know what I'm saying? And so you guessing. And you can look that shit up. I'll put it in there for you. You know what I'm saying? So we're not speculating shit here. You understand? We are actually, constructing megalithic structures all over Africa. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no speculating. And so you see, also you see Narmer there. You see his apron. You see he got on the apron. You also see right there, you see the compass. It could either be the compass, or you see the compass there. You understand the plumb line. You understand what I'm saying? Many of the symbols of masonry were already in use in Africa. You understand? Thousands upon thousands of years before the first European or Asian speculative mason. Now, when you come down here, you see a square. This is from ancient Egypt. You also see what they would term the ruler. I think they called it a cubit or whatever. This is what they use, to as a ruler. You understand? To make sure that everything is mathematically correct. So when we talk about the square, then, we're not speculating. These are actual squares. Now, when you come down here and see, let me see how we looking up there. Let me make it big. Yeah, I like it like that. Let's bring it on in here. Let me see if I can even make it bigger than that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I can push it over. I'll try to make it as big as I possibly can. But that's pretty big. Okay. Now, you also see right there, you see Osar, what, sitting on the square. If you don't see the square is in the throne. You see what I'm saying? So when they say to stand on the square, to be right, to be in order, you understand? So when you talk about Mayat, you talk about mathematics. When you talk about the throne, you're talking about the square. So you're talking about our set. And so to be on your square is to be right with your woman. That's what it says. To be right with the goddess, the African goddess, okay? To be in alignment with the goddess. You see what I'm saying? And so when we talk about the throne, motherfucker talking about they kings. Motherfucker, how you gonna be a king if you ain't got no throne? If you ain't right with the throne? You understand what I'm saying? Which is the African woman. And so you see right there, the throne, which is the symbol for our set, is also the square. Okay, which is also the square. Let me move this out of here. Which I think I'm gonna come back to that. And then you see, let me see how they're looking. That's a little big back there too. That's a little big. Let me zoom back out of there. Because that's a very large image. Okay, there we go. And so you see what they call in one of the Masonic degrees is the arch degree. You see what I'm saying? We know the arch to be new. You understand what I'm saying? So many of these symbols that they done stole from ancient Egypt, we see this is our legacy. You see what I'm saying? And when you see new in the form of what we call the protractor. You understand what I'm saying? And you see that it's the rise. You see the rising sun. You understand what I'm saying? And we know that Ra was born through the womb of his mother, the cosmic melanin goddess of the universe, knew. Okay? And so even when you're dealing with mathematics, you're dealing with Maya. The root of mathematics is Maya. So we must understand that when we talk about, being on the square, and we talking about the arch degree, when we talk about the apron, which we're going to get off in, when we talk about the compass and the square. You see what I'm saying? The compass and the square. So when we understand that our set means the throne, we also understand that the African woman established government. Well, what is government? The government is how you run the house. You understand? That's the first laws of government was the laws that ran the house. It magnified as the people got larger and larger and larger. But the root of the laws that ran the nation was first established in the house with the mother. You see, the man was out doing what a man's supposed to do. He hunting, he doing manly things, but the house is ran by the woman. You see what I'm saying? And so you see here that the throne is the lap of your mother. So this was being right. You understand what I'm saying? We don't understand that. They didn't rate the true essence of what it's about. You understand what I'm saying? And gave you some watered down bullshit that they call a European masonry today. And niggas signed up, not even understanding that they are the fathers of both. When we talk about allegorical, but first we operative masons. We're not just, we operative masons. And then, we weren't speculative. We took that essence and we designed what we call the educational system, which was based on truths. Not no fallacy. Ain't no goddamn Solomon or no Hiram Abiff. Any of you, brothers out there that made a mistake and joined, the Prince Hall. Goddamn it, wouldn't even let that nigga in a goddamn Eurocentric lodge and got a charter through the British, through the Irish. You understand what I'm saying? Of something that he had already created. You see what I'm saying? So as you see right there, you see the young Heru on the lap of Mama Isis, and then you see Pepe, the second, a full-grown man, still sitting on the lap of his mother. And even though he's a full-grown man, you see that his mother is still larger than him. What does that mean? You'll never be bigger than your mama, nigga. Never. You understand? You will never be bigger than the African woman who gave birth to you and gave birth to the nation and will continue to give birth to the nation. And they understood that, and they had no problem with that. That didn't play on his manhood. You understand what I'm saying? Because that wasn't to attack, because manhood was still in full effect. You understand what I'm saying? And so today, motherfuckers, they feel threatened by that. We were never threatened by that, and because we knew the balance of the universe, and we knew that we could not exist